We're going to get started a little early. I want you to think about somebody that you could invite here this morning. I know it's early. I know for some of us, school's back in session. There's lots going on. The easy thing to do, let anyone with ears hear. The easy thing to do is to skip. The easy thing to do is put your video on and just keep on going and keep on trucking. The easy thing to do is to not show up for you. That is the easy way out. And I'm here to be your voice. You guys know, if you've been on Power for more than a minute with me, you know I'm all about who are you going to be the voice for when you walk across that stage. When you walk across that stage, you're the voice for the girl in the back, right? You're the voice for who? Because without a dream, you are literally going to perish. The easy thing to do becomes the only thing to do because we've lost all capacity to dream big and to really get excited about what is in your future and what could happen. So kind of follow along with me here for a minute. I love to think about, when I was going through my really hard season of life, I was in the valley, and you guys know that I'm all about like my trials became my superpowers. There is a way to do that and access that. But when I was going through them, I needed something to look forward to, right? And we're a society that's been groomed and built to look forward to things. We look forward to Fridays, right? When you're in school, you're like, can't wait for Friday to come. How come Fridays are such a good day, right? Do you guys remember being in school and you're like, Friday's literally the best day. It's so fun. Everybody knows you're leaving for the weekend. You have something to look forward to. And if you don't, okay, especially the mamas on here, if you don't, and you're kind of caught in the same old day happening over and over, right? What is that movie? Groundhog Day. It's like you're just stuck on the same day. Do you guys know what I'm talking about here? It's like you get stuck in the same day. You wake up at the same time, you do the same thing, you make the same meal, you do the dishes. I mean, little things change, but most of it just stays the same. What happens when you feel like that's happening to you? People will say things like this. I feel like I'm in a rut, right? I feel like nothing's changing. I'm just on a cycle. I'm just on a same old hamster wheel. I just keep on going. Well, I'm here to tell you, in case you were wondering, Alita, is there more to my life than what I'm living now? What do you think my answer is? Unmute if you think you know the answer and just yell it out. Is there more for your life than there is right now? Someone yell it out.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Two brave souls. Love it. Lisa and Shannon bringing it this morning. Yes, Jody. I love it. Okay. The thing is absolutely, unequivocally, don't even know if that's a word, but I really just love saying that. Absolutely, positively, there is more for your life than you ever dreamed or could imagine. And sometimes we get stuck in the land of scarcity, the land of there's lack, the land of I don't know if this is possible. Alita, I'm too busy. Alita, I have things going on. Alita, no, this outweighs this. My debts outweigh what I'm bringing in. My time management bank is emptied over here. I have zero time for this. And what you're saying, okay, what you're actually saying is my dreams aren't possible. And the more I align myself, my thoughts, and my actions with this right here, with saying, I don't have enough, I'm not smart enough, I'm not pretty enough, I don't have the social media, I don't have this, I've got time, I've got kids, and all this stuff here. I'm aligning actions with my thoughts here. I'm saying I actually don't have time for bigger dreams. I don't have time to really live into my fuller purpose. I want to read this to you guys. Dream big about what you want to achieve. Dream big about the life you want to lead and the difference you want to make. Dream big about the person you want to be. Dream big because you just might surprise yourself. Dream big because until you do, you'll have no idea what you're capable of. There is just absolutely no reason to not dream big. The first thing I wrote down was why dream big? The first thing I wrote down, this is just of my own little brain happened over here. I said, why not? Why wouldn't you? It costs you absolutely nothing, right? The problem is, as soon as we start to dream big, every reason why we can't starts to pop up. And we give into it. We give into the first sign of resistance. Oh, I'm busy. Oh, this is going on. Oh, this is happening. And I do feel, you guys know, I feel very strong authority on this issue because I can say, I mean, my husband died and I still showed up to work my business. Then my mom died 4 or 5 months later and I still showed up to work my business. So when people say life is busy, life is happening to me, welcome to the club of every other person around you. Welcome to the club of every single person around you. Welcome to Earth, where everybody is busy and everybody has a lot going on. Sometimes they may even have more going on than you do. So when you look at the jewels and you look at the diamonds, or you look at successful people that you know in your life, give them credit where credit is due because they did it on top of everything else as well. So when those thoughts come in, like, I can't, I won't, I want you to flip that script and start thinking about, I'm going to shoot for the moon and land among the stars. There's absolutely no harm in doing more and seeking out your purpose. Zero. Okay. There's no cost to this. That's what I love about it. Why won't my page flip here? 1 second. I love my remarkable tablet. I love it so much. Okay. Number 2, I wrote down, when you dream big, you actually start to find your purpose. I went to an incredible YouTube training this weekend, and the fellow there was on this panel, and he had about 400,000 subscribers on YouTube. And he was talking about how, you know, he worked a full-time normal job. And he was talking about how, you know, it was just kind of life sucking, right? He's like, I never knew what I wanted to be when I grew up. How many of you kind of relate to that? You're like, I didn't really know what I wanted to be when I grew up. I just maybe wanted to have a family. You kind of knew the basics. Or like, I'll just kind of see what happens for me. I'll just go job to job. Like, a job is a job, right? And you end up living that life where a job is a job and your life is your life. Like, your life is happening to you. That's just what's going to happen. And he said once he discovered, he's a vintage toy collector, which is hilarious. It's like the most random thing. And he starts this YouTube channel. He does what he loves and he left his job. And as I was listening to him, I was very inspired by what he was sharing. He didn't have a crazy, I was widowed, I was a single mom, or crazy story. He showed passion and excitement for something other than himself. It was like he had a bigger goal and a bigger passion to share and make an impact with this community in this world. And so this is something Tony Robbins says that has always stuck with me. He said, Lewis Howes asked him, why do you have so many companies? Like, why? You're a billionaire. You have your own freaking plane, right? Why are you still doing this? And he said, why wouldn't I stay in the game of life? That's like people say, like, I'm dying. Yeah, I could not work, but why would I not want to? Why would I want to, like, just sit on the couch and watch TV? Like, no, I want to go out and make impact, because the true success comes when you genuinely love it so much, you don't stop. I love getting on here and coaching and training and teaching what I've learned. I love being a student of learning about mindset. I love it. I love it. Yes, Frankie Valli's 88 and still touring, because when you love what you do, there's not anything where you're just like sitting back and quitting. So part of dreaming big is that you will find your purpose. And we share a lot that Plexus is a vehicle for your purpose. Plexus is a vehicle for your dreams to come true. But what I found in the process of seeking out my dream, my big, huge, crazy dream when I first started was to earn $1,000 a month. Then it was, I want to be Emerald. I was like, if I could just be Emerald, that'll be it. I'll be at the top of the top. I don't need anything else. I'm just going to love my life. I hit Emerald. And then it was like, I've got to have Diamond. I see it. I feel it. I believe it. let's go. But it shifted, right? As I dreamed bigger, as I allowed my brain to expand and see more for myself. This is an exercise you have to practice. A lot of times we don't want to do it, right? We lie to ourselves. We say, I need to be content with what I have. And there is a difference, okay? Being happy and excited about what you have, 1,000,000%, but settling and telling yourself in the name of God, in the name of contentment, you're just going to stay here because that's not what you're created for. You're created for more, and to really dive into that place in your mindset of, I'm not going to just settle. I'm going to raise the roof. Okay. It's like 90s throwback, raise the roof, right? Lift it up, really see what's out there and available for you. Number 3, dreams motivate you to action more than a goal ever will. More than a goal ever will. And that's why you have to have a dream attached to what you're going for. Most of the time, I would say 99% of the time, a rank title is not enough. Come on, I'm talking to somebody. A rank title is not enough. I want emerald. What does that mean for you? Where does that take you? How does that shift your life? Who are you at Emerald? Are you the same person you are now at Emerald? Because I can tell you 1,100,000 bazillion%, I am not even close to the girl who started to who I am now. Are you willing to have mindset shifts and change your thoughts around your dreams to see your dreams come true? Dreams motivate you to action more than goals ever will. And I can prove that. I mean, I'm not a high recruiter by any stretch of the imagination. But if there's a contest on the line, if there's a rank on the line and I've said I'm going for diamond, you bet your booty I'm going to be out there talking to everybody. You guys know what I'm talking about. All of a sudden, there's just, oh, I'm excited. Okay, I can do this. That realm of possibility opens you up and you start doing things you never would have done before. You start posting bolder. You start making a video. You start doing things you never would have done before because the dreams motivate you to action more than goals ever will. I love having a dream and goals. I believe in both. But I really firmly believe that we're talking bare bones here of dreaming big and why that's so important. If you don't have it, Lisa will tell you over and over again, because I preach it every coaching call we have every week, is putting stuff up where you can see it. What is your dream? What are you fighting for? I'm telling you, I fought with everything I had to prove to myself and to my kids that your dreams are possible. I would tell myself the world is watching, and turns out the world don't care as much as we think they do. And that actually works in our favor. They ain't thinking about what you're doing and what you're not doing. I acted like the world was watching and I was not going to give up. I had big dreams and big goals and I wasn't stopping. Every time I found resistance, I got curious and I got coaching and I worked towards, how can I shift this? If my team isn't in momentum, I didn't just sit there and hope that it went into momentum. My dreams were on the line. I'm like, no, that ain't good enough for me. I'm going to get out. I'm going to go talk to people. I'm going to friend everyone I can on Facebook. I'm going to host parties. I'm going to go back through my list and ask for referrals. I'm going to talk. I'm going to get into action because my dreams motivate me more than goals ever will. I wrote down, people who dream are happier than people who settle for less. And this is just straight from the Constitution, I feel like. The pursuit of happiness, right? What is that part in the US something? There's something, the pursuit of happiness and justice for all. I can't remember what it's called, but y'all know what I'm talking about. It's not the Pledge of Allegiance, right? Is it the Pledge of Allegiance? No. Okay, someone help me here. What is
It's
it?
not the Pledge of Allegiance. I don't know what it is. I think it's
The pursuit of happiness and justice for all. I took my citizenship test. It was on there.
that you're
It's the
taking
slogan.
two parts. You're taking two separate parts and putting it together. Justice
you're
for all
welcome.
is part of it.
You guys are welcome. But even in the US history books and all the things, and on the test itself, when they ask you the questions, one of them is talking about the pursuit of happiness, that everybody has the right to do the pursuit of happiness. Everybody, right? And so I wrote down the pursuit of happiness, and I saw this somewhere. It said resilient people with high self-esteem don't see failure. They see opportunity to learn and grow so that they can go on to the next thing. So if you had a real bad month, okay, if you had a real rough go of it, if the person that was really excited isn't really excited anymore, unsuccessful, non-resilient, low resistance, we look at that and we're like, oh, well, I tried. Right? Declaration of Independence. Yes, that was it. Someone who is highly resilient and high self-esteem in their dreams, believing it's possible, won't see failure. They're like, okay, what can I do to improve? How do I get myself into action? How do I shift my thoughts to get me to where I need to go? 5, dreaming big will help you do something that matters. This really, if I'm honest, was really hard for me to digest earlier in my journey. And I would say probably within the last year, I've really had this shift where it really is about something more than just me and my team. That it really is about making a massive impact that people on other teams see, people on my social media see, things of other nature, people when they're messaging me about my songs or things like that. It's like, okay, there's much more to this than me just being Diamond or me making money. There's more to me than just singing a song or training a power hour. There's something different because my energy and my thoughts have shifted to expecting the people around me. Okay, I'm gonna get fired up here. The people around me to come on up here. You see, we hang out with people that are like, you come on down here. You come on down here and dim your light because you're talking too much, you're too happy, you're this, you're that, you're this, and we align with their thoughts. We reach out to someone and they're like, oh, I would never do something like that, right? They drag you on down to here instead of you saying, oh, you would, yeah, I said I would never do anything like that either. But now look at me. Now look at me. And there was times where that drove me to be like, okay, I didn't want to be that girl when I first signed up, but you can bet your booty that after about gold and senior gold, I was all in. I was like, you watch me because I'm going to the top of this company. You watch me. My journey was not easy. It was not smooth sailing. It was not just everybody just jumped on board all the same day and there I went Diamond. It was the best. When my husband died, I thought, well, for sure, somebody's just going to pop out of the sky and just start building a business, right? It didn't happen. You have to work for it. You have to talk to people. You have to get out of your comfort zone. Most importantly, you won't do any of these things. You will not do any of the things we coach or train if you do not have a dream. You won't. And then you're going to beat yourself up. You're going to take out your shame stick and you're going to start beating your own self. And you're going to be like, I just can't do this kind of stuff. I am the type of, I'm a quitter. I start things and I stop things. Drop some one in the comments if any of these sound familiar to you. This is just how I am. This is just who I am. Alita, you don't understand. I've never followed through with anything. I'm just not good at follow through. I'm not coachable. I don't know how to post on social media. I don't have influence. I'm not the right looking person. I'm too old. I'm too young. It takes me so long to write a post, Alita. Perfectionism is self-sabotage. Somebody talk to me. Perfectionism is self-sabotage. If you have to overthink and overthink, okay, If you've been messaging me at all and said, I'll think about it, if you have said that to me in the last week, you know what I'm about to say because I've been responding. I don't care. I'm telling people because as I'm learning it, I'm like, I'm not accepting it. Don't tell me you're going to think about it. What is there to think about? Someone tell me, what is there to think about? I mean, I don't even get that. I don't even understand. It's become an acceptable form of self-sabotage that we just allow. So if we keep letting people say to us, I'm going to think about it. I love the question back. What are you going to think about? What you going to think about? Because I know once you say, I'm going to think about it, what is going to happen? You're going to talk yourself out of it. So if you're like, I'll think about it, or I'll work on that. That's another one of my favorites. I'm going to work on that. What does that mean? What does it mean when you say I'm going to work on that? You're going to do it or you ain't. Stop thinking about it. Stop saying you're going to work on it and just do it. There is no try. Yes, exactly. There's no trying. Right? There's just doing. And if it doesn't go the way you wanted it to, it's a lesson and an opportunity to learn. And this is the hardest thing I've ever had to overcome, is to see problems as my grower, as my teacher, as my helper, as my, come alongside me and show me something, to see my trials as my super power strength and not my hindrance. Not my hindrance. And to really shift your perspective into, okay, that person said no. So now I'm feeling like I'm running out of people. Okay, this is my superpower. How can I see this different? How can I see this different? Who do I need to talk to? Maybe I need to go on up the level and start going to networking things and getting higher up people. Maybe I just need to go to my doctor's office and tell my doctor about it instead of trying to just tell so-and-so or whatever. It's like, you will start to solve for the problem that we love. Our brain loves resistance. We love the resistance of just, okay, I see this resistance. I'm going to stop. There's my excuse. I don't need to get out of my comfort zone. And I get it. Trust me. I cried when I posted. I cried when I posted my first commission check. I cried when and not tears of like joy, tears of absolute terror of what other people would think of me. And it's easy for me to say, and I can honestly own this, is it's easy for me to be like, don't worry about it. Who cares? Just, you got this. Just do it. Right? But I want to just say, I get it also. And I understand that fear is very real. It feels like there's a bear in the woods in your backyard, or a raccoon if you're me, ready to jump out and just attack you, rip your face off if you make that post. That is very real. But what I want you to know is you have a choice over that thought. You take a big, deep breath. You're like, this fear is not real. This fear is lying to me, and it's a dream snatcher. Because I see a bigger purpose. And so when that fear is there, get excited, because it means you're about to get out of your comfort zone. You're about to do something big. You're about to see a result. Because when we push through that, that's when the magic happens. That's when we start to see things really start to unfold. And we really get excited. We're like, okay, I'm doing things afraid. I'm doing things afraid. So today, I do want to leave time for visualization, but I really want to challenge you guys to not just do this month, to not just be like, okay, well, I think I'll, sign up whoever I can. I'll get as many points as I can, but to really set yourself a goal attached to a dream. What do you get when that said goal is reached? What is in it for you? What is in it for your family? What is in it? Because when the clock strikes midnight Eastern time and you're wondering, did I do everything I could do? The only thing that's going to draw you out of your bed watching Netflix to hustle it a little is a dream. because a dream is a wish your heart makes. And that just feels really corny, but it's true. And I think you guys would all be truly shocked at what you're capable of if you really let yourself dream and then let that motivate you to not quit, to not stop until you cross that finish line. And just like a marathon, if I was to go run a marathon right now, I couldn't run the whole thing. I'd run some, I'd walk some, I'd probably cry, I'd probably take some water breaks, right? I'd probably hire me a coach to keep telling me, keep going, you got this, keep going, keep going. I'd get me an accountability partner. I'd for sure make Latoya do it with me. I'd be like, come on, like, we got this, right? What are you doing to race your marathon? Who's in your corner? What is your game plan? Who's your coach? Who's loving it? Who's digging it? Who's pushing you? Who's challenging you? Who's taking you to that next level? And how responsible are you to get yourself there? So dreaming big is key number one. In my mind, it is the only thing that really matters at the end of the day, because I have not done my job if you get to where you want to go and your dreams aren't even, it's like, it really wasn't a thing. I want to see your dreams come true. I want to see you living your absolute best life. Everything you've written down on the paper I asked you to write last week or the week before that, because I ask it every single week in hopes that just one of you will actually do it because it works. What does senior gold mean for you if that's what you want to push for? What does gold mean for you? What does diamond mean for you? Not for just your husband, not for just your kids, but what does it mean for you? And when you visualize it, if it doesn't tear you up and make you just want to like scream and holler and just be so excited, dream bigger. It should make you feel chills head to toe when you're like, I'm going to walk that stage as a diamond. And I'm going to get on that stage and I'm going to talk. I'm going to be the voice for who? What is that post to look like after you walk off that stage? There's a picture of you holding your diamond. All of that matters. All of that matters. What are you going to do with the money that you make? What kind of impact are you going to have with that kind of money? Because yes, real estate's a great thing to dream about and want in your life, but I'm talking deeper and bigger. I'm talking, who are you impacting? What is happening in your life that absolutely changes? What about you needs to change? What ways are you thinking that needs to change? Okay, I'm going to lead you through a guided visualization. I've heard that that's a little more helpful than just visualizing on your own. And it helps me too. I guide my own self. I do my own guide at once. So here we go. Okay, you ready? Close your eyes. Enjoy this time. Take it. Close your eyes. What rank are you that gives you chills head to toe? I want you to picture being at your laptop or your phone. Who is around you as you first find out that it has actually happened? Who is with you? And I'm going to challenge you to think of friends, people who are with you that aren't just your family, but other people. Who's with you? Who is building on your team with you? Who are those people around you? I want you to picture your first paycheck deposit. I want you to have a number in mind of what that number is. And I want you to go as deep as you can. And I want you to ask yourself, what does this mean for me? I want you to let down the walls of defense. I want you to let down the walls of feeling like you have to keep yourself safe. And I want you to actually ask yourself, what does this mean for me? Now, I want you, if you have a pencil and paper, I see LaToya does, I see Lisa does. Let me see, I think Megan does. I would love for you to write down who was with you, the number that you pictured, and what this means for you. And I really would love for you to put that somewhere that you could read every single day. I would love for you to put it somewhere that in a year from now, you can look back on it and say, all of these things have come true. I would love for you to put it where you can see it and remember what you're fighting for. Remember who you're doing this for. And then, god dang it, make a plan. Make a plan to make it come true. Stop making excuses and take yourself to the next level. Who do you need to talk to today? What do you need to post today that absolutely terrifies you? What comfort zone do you need to get out of to become the person you just wrote down? I love you all. Write it down. Peace out. Love, blessing, multiplication. Go do your thing. Dream big. Don't you dare play small. Bless you all. Thank you for hopping on.